It's Wednesday, July 24, 2024. This is CVM News at noon. I'm Ramon Gordon. A man is now dead following a motorcycle crash early Tuesday in St. Thomas. The deceased has been identified as Lamar Allen from Bayshore Park in Harborview. An eyewitness provided the following details.
Come pick me up. That's how we are going. When we catch us, you see the bike man coming on the corner, overtake. When they see the bus, they done already in the bus. This brother here, when you see him frightened, can try to, take a little bit from them, because I go over here, so.
To other news now, Energy Minister on Wednesday continued his scathing critique of the island's chief utility provider, JPS, accusing them of providing inaccurate information on power restoration. Seeking to substantiate that claim at a media briefing today, VAS revealed that at least 20 legislators have reported ongoing power outages in their constituencies.
As of this morning, at 9:05, I have already heard from over 20 members of parliament overnight into this morning who are still maintaining that the majority of their constituencies are out of power. So again, this leads me to the point of where the information that is coming out of JPS and what is happening on the ground is at odds, and we have got to find a way to make sure that we are all on the same page. We are now going into week 4 as of tomorrow, as today would be exactly 3 weeks since Beryl struck, and the longer we go is the harder it gets for those without electricity. I also want to indicate that there are still several NWC pumps that are out after 3 weeks, and several NIC, National Irrigation Commission, pumps that supply water to farmers across the length and breadth of Jamaica.
We'll have more on that at 7. Now, Jamaicans worst hit by Hurricane Beryl are set to benefit from support through the Ministry of Labour and Social Security's relief program, while special attention is being paid to the parishes hardest hit, namely St. Elizabeth, Clarendon and Manchester. Locals who suffered minor damage could also benefit. Nika Lewis has the latest.
More help is on the way for Jamaicans in the worst affected parishes, namely St. Elizabeth, Clarendon and sections of Manchester. This announcement comes as the Social Security Minister told the Parliament Tuesday some 95% of assessment has already been done in the disaster zones. The damage in these parts is extensive.
Based on the analysis of the assessments, Madam Speaker, the highest incidence of damage to date has occurred in St. Elizabeth, with 1,919 households to date, based on assessments, affected, followed by Clarendon, with 1,243 households being affected. Clarendon experienced the highest incidence of totally destroyed houses, with 133 houses. Another 617, nearly 50% of the severely damaged, are from Clarendon, and the remaining 493 experienced minor damage. In St. Elizabeth, we experienced the highest incidence of damage and the highest occurrence of severely damaged houses.
But the government knows that those numbers could climb and encourage locals to seek help for the worst impacted in their communities via social media and other channels. He's also urging people to call the ministry's customer support line at 1-876-922-8000 to 13. In the interim, those who suffered most will also stand to benefit from grants to rebuild.
At this stage, the government of Jamaica has allocated $1 billion to support the rebuilding efforts. And Madam Speaker, based on the analysis of the damage assessments completed so far, we are projecting that approximately or more than 8,700 houses island-wide will require some level of support from the government to aid in their recovery and rebuilding. And I note, and I say for clarity, that we will not be able to provide support for a total rebuild, but this will be sufficient support to assist in the process.
He gave a breakdown of the support, which he says will likely be supplemented by the various local and international initiatives.
Of this amount, the vast majority would have suffered minor damages. Families whose houses have been totally destroyed, which, based on the numbers, we estimate to be no less than 500, will receive a grant of $400,000. And we will, Madam Speaker, give further details as necessary on the specific mechanism, as it is thought that we may provide it in 2 tranches.
And for families with children with special needs registered with the local authorities, there's a promise of an increase in benefits through the PATH program.
UNICEF, importantly, Madam Speaker, will begin by topping up PATH benefits to the above-mentioned groups in the August PATH payment, and the value of the benefit and duration are now being finalized. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, the level of dislocation occasioned by the passage of Hurricane Beryl requires our most urgent response. While the Ministry's response has provided and continues to provide relief, a strategic response providing a safety net to prevent impacted families from falling into worsened socio-economic status must be paramount on the national agenda, and that is our effort today.
Nika Lewis, CVM News.
To politics now, PNP General Secretary Dayton Campbell is celebrating as the party's poll numbers show a slight lead over the governing Jamaica Labour Party. The latest figures reveal that 34.3% of voters intend to support the PNP, compared to 27% for the JLP. In terms of favourability, PNP leader Mark Golding has a rating of 35.2%, just ahead of Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who stands at 33.8%. On CVM's lead story, Campbell highlighted the party's efforts to engage voters.
Over the last 3.5 years, as I said, is that Jamaicans have become more aware of who Mark Golding is. And to his credit, he has stuck to what has been a very rigid program. We've called on him, especially myself in the capacity as General Secretary, to undergo a very rigid program, and he has stuck to it without complaint. And even in the local government election a few months ago, I think the country realized that, well, he is up to the task. He's able to keep pace and to outpace the Prime Minister in his effort. And there are persons who I've heard say, well, it wasn't necessarily my cup of tea, but I have to give him credit for the effort that he's putting into it. And there are other persons, I've never seen Mark Golding go into a discussion, into a room, have a discussion with people, and come out with less support than he went in there with. He has always come out with more support.
Meanwhile, on the issue of Mark Golding's dual citizenship, Campbell declared that the sustained campaign for Golding to denounce his British citizenship has failed.
The JLP knew that didn't make any sense. In the current parliament, the JLP has a lot of members in there who are dual citizens with Commonwealth countries. If the JLP thought that it was really a point to separate themselves on, they would have made recommendations in the constitutional reform process to change it. They made no effort to make any changes to it, but then say that here's this thing that is legal, we're not trying to change it, but somehow you are immoral by doing it. Now, if you think the law is immoral, you have a duty to change it. So nobody bought into that. The party standing has proved that. The lead for the People's National Party, move away from just the leaders. Yeah. The lead for the People's National Party has been maintained at 7%, which is comfortable outside of the margin of error, which is 3%. So that 3 months of sustained attack on the leader did not assist the Jamaica Labour Party at all.
Stay with us. More CVM News at noon after these.
Golden years that shine bright, and nutrition plays a vital role in keeping our seniors healthy and happy. studies have shown that in Jamaica, nearly 35% of men 65 years and older and 10% of women the same age are underweight. As we journey through life, nutrition remains essential. But as we age, it becomes even more crucial. Many older adults face nutritional challenges, and inadequate nutrition with the management of non-communicable diseases contributes to or worsens their well-being.
If older persons are losing weight rapidly or have loss of appetite or difficulty swallowing, please take them to a doctor or the nearest health center. Let's help our seniors stay happy and healthy with good nutrition.
This is a message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Hey, how was school?
It was really good, but I'm really hungry. Can we get some juicy patties?
Sure we can. I never see a boil up patty like you.
Hey son, you good?
No, Dad, I'm starving. Can we get some juicy patties?
Celebrating over 40 years of everyday moments.
Get qualified in Stage 1 Practical Nursing in only 6 months with City and Guild certificates at IIRQ Academy, located at 32 Hope Road, Kingston 10. Start online and face-to-face classes very soon and get qualified for local and overseas employment at affordable rates. Also available 7 to 9 months international certificate and diplomas in Level 3 certificate in early childhood education, Level 5 diploma in business management, pharmacy technician, medical assistant, medical lab technician, diploma in practical nursing, and travel tourism, hospitality, and entertainment. Register this month and get 2 subjects with your course for free. Call us at 876-322-4029 or 630-1084.
Sweet, sweet Jamaica, we not left your island, taste curry goat and manish water. Sweet, sweet Jamaica, we can't leave your island, taste curry goat and manish water. Everybody grab a island. Cheers. Tell a friend about the island. Cheers. Me have 2 in my hand. Cheers. This a product it nice, man. Sweet, sweet Jamaica, we not left your island, taste curry goat and manish water. Sweet, sweet Jamaica, we can't leave your island, taste curry goat and manish water. Catch the flavor.
Welcome back. You're watching CVM News at noon. Now, a new divisional headquarters will be built in the St. Catherine North Division. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has endorsed the construction of this modern facility, which aims to enhance police operations in Spanish Town and the surrounding regions. Here's more from Adrian Williams.
Today, we gather to witness the signing of a contract between the Government of Jamaica and West Indies Home Contractors, WICON, to build a state-of-the-art divisional headquarters in St. Catherine North Division, serving communities in Spanish Town and its environs.
The government and the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, are seeking to improve the force's infrastructure and morale with the modernization of this new divisional headquarters. At Tuesday's signing, Prime Minister Andrew Holness explained the need for a formal contract signing to commence work.
It's important because either deliberately or just by lack of knowledge, there would seem to be a disconnection between projects that are developed, projects that are implemented, projects that are completed, projects that are beneficial to the country, and the acts of the government.
The Prime Minister also implores the public to look at this investment in the JCF as a step in the right direction. He reasons it will ensure better security for the country.
But think of it. Is the problem a security problem or an urban planning problem? Are we asking the police to police a poorly planned urban space?
He challenged the Jamaicans to look at the problem as a broader issue, adding officers may end up in confrontations with civilians, some ending in injuries and even fatalities. Adrian Williams for CVM News.
Now, theatre arts is often the foundation for many creatives in filmmaking, whether in acting or production. However, some Jamaicans feel that these skills might not be enough for international projects. Despite those hesitations, local creatives are urging people to follow their dreams. On Sunrise today, filmmaker Jasane Jackson and actress Shaquana Wilson shared that there are plenty of opportunities out there.
For actors, I would just say for anyone that has a talent and that's what they want to do, focus on it. Focus on your path. Stay on your path. Don't derail. Things might get rough sometimes. It might seem bleak at times, but as long as you keep on that path, eventually things will start picking up and you'll get there.
For me, especially for the upcoming filmmakers, I would say do a lot. Shoot, write, don't get caught up in the technology. Technology is always changing. Stories will forever remain the same. So yeah, just do as much as you can.
To international news now, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, at her first election campaign rally, stated that American voters face a choice between freedom and chaos. She made these remarks in Wisconsin as senior Democrats ramp up their support for her candidacy. Here's more from the BBC.
It's back to work for Joe Biden. He's not a presidential candidate anymore, but he does have a day job running America.
Why did you drop out of the election? Was it a difficult decision to make?
He will explain his decision to the nation on TV tomorrow night, including why, if he's not fit enough to run for re-election, he is well enough to remain as the president for the next 6 months. Beyoncé herself has approved the use of this track, Freedom, as part of the Harris campaign. She's attracting all sorts of celebrity endorsements.
I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
And more importantly, has also secured enough Democratic delegates to be certain of being our party's presidential candidate.
So friends, we have 105 days until Election Day. And in that time, we've got some work to do. But we're not afraid of hard work. We like hard work, don't we? And we will win this election.
Her supporters are already convinced she can win.
I am super excited about Kamala. I've been following her for many years. I think she is the perfect candidate to run against Trump.
I do think she can win. I think she'll get the votes that Biden maybe couldn't have got, or maybe Trump won't get.
There's only one old man in the race now, and it's not Joe Biden. We have a vibrant candidate. And this is going to be a great election, and I expect Kamala Harris to be elected President of the United States.
Stay with us for sports after this break.
Minute every rubbish in a pan. No dirty up the place, this a we island. So keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. Say me could do it, keep Jamaica clean. Beg you listen to me please. No plastic bag, no fear blowing at the breeze. No proper garbage disposal, recycle plastic, now make it full up in the streets. Bag it and bin it every rubbish in a pan. No dirty up the place, this a we island. So keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. Say me could do it. A message from the National Solid Waste Management Authority.
In need of a loan? AIM Financial is the place to go. We have loans from $20,000 to $3.3 million. Get a loan to pay school or college tuition, medical expenses, bills, fix up your house, buy furniture and appliances, repair or buy a car. And when you're done, take a vacation loan. AIM has a loan for any purpose. Call AIM today. You won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed.
Hello Jamaica, my name is Daniel Hewitt. The last time you saw me, I was graduating Distinction College. I now reside in the city of Brooklyn, New York, where I work